Function is a command in PHP which is used to make code much more structured and looks tidy. And function can be used to execute specific operation. Usually in PHP, function may or may not return value. Similarly, function also may or may not contain an argument, which is actually the value that is passed by a certain line of code in the programming, and later on will become the input for the function. And function can be executed only once or many times by the PHP depending on the operation task set up in the code. Let's start using the function in the Sublime. First of all, I have made a file and call it as a chapter 8 function, and over here I want to type my function in the Sublime tag. First of all, before you can start the function, you have to call the function first. I want to make a simple one, and let's say I want to have a go display function, and what I want this function to do is that I want the function to display some text that I have made. In PHP, you have to declare the function above the statement, meaning that whatever that you want to do, you have to do it first, and then you have to declare the function on top of your coding. So over here I want to type the function, and my function name is go display, and then I want to have this curly braces, and over here I can type anything that I want. Let's say I want to have an echo, and I want to type this is my first function. So what the code did is that when it is executed by PHP, so it will find the go function, and it go to the go function over here, and then it will execute whatever code that is located inside the go function. Oops, there's some error over here. Ctrl S to save your file, and then open your browser, function .php, and then press enter. Then you are going to get the command based on what you have already typed in the PHP. So over here I have made a go display function, and what go display function do is that whenever it is called, so it will display this statement, which is this is my first function. The first function did not return any value, so next I want to make a function that can return a value. Now what the value will do is that it will add number 1 and number 2. In this statement, I want to have a special function where the function is used to add the value number 1 and number 2. So what I need to do is that I want to have the number 1 and number 2 will be added by using a function called add. So add will have two arguments, which is num1 and num2. Now over here what I can do is I have to create a new function and call the function as add. And add will receive two arguments, which is number 1 and number 2. Since this is something that you want to add, so you have to declare num1 and num2 as the integer. Next, inside the add function, you want to add num1 and num2. So you have to have a new variable. Let's say you call this variable as value, no problem. If it is similar to over here, no problem. And then you call num1 plus variable num2. And then what happened over here, you want the value to be returned back to the statement that call the add function. Now, so the procedures go like something like this. So you have to value num1 and num2, and then num1 and num2 will be added in the add function. So the add function will add num1 and num2, return the value back to this value, and then over here you want it to be displayed in your PHP. Okay, first of all you have to have an echo, and echo will print the value. So you can say that the value is, and then we have to have the concatenation value, and over here let's say you want to have a break, so you can call echo and you can have the break, so that the value can be printed in the new line. And you can press Ctrl S to save your file, then go back to your function, and when you refresh it, and this is the statement that come out or become the output you have added into the Sublime text.